This is your morning brief for Friday, May 17th. Three new reports by us. Skyworks gets caught in Trump's ban on Huawei. Apply the guidance to Applied Materials. And it would be nice if cloud revenue could continue to grow. So three new reports out. Have a good look at those. The semis are right in the news. Some earnings, the Huawei ban. It's a lot of craziness going on. In fact, our next headline there, Xilinx also gets caught in the Huawei ban. So Xilinx and Skyworks were both down on that news that Trump is going to, how do you put this, ban Huawei from purchasing American goods in many cases. And this was bad news for Skyworks and for Xilinx. And it was funny, Xilinx, we did a morning brief. We never did a report on Xilinx, I don't believe. But I know I said, man, I'd like to see this down around 105 before I take an entry. And it hit 106 on this news. Of course, I wouldn't have necessarily expected it to have some news to make it go down. I just wanted it to kind of, trade there. But it's getting close. So I'm going to be getting a little more serious about Xilinx, but not just yet. And another semi in the news is Nvidia beats estimates. Revenue was in line, but earnings per share beat by 8.6%. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Revenue was down 31%, and earnings per share was down 57%. So that's a big haircut. And it's funny, the shares were doing quite well in after hours, but this morning they're like flat, maybe even down a little bit. So I guess second look was like maybe that haircut in growth is just too much. But I do think Nvidia is actually going to be, I think it's a long-term winner. Yeah, there's some short-term issues, no question about it. Slowdown in China, trade war with China, just slowing growth overall in the economy, some problems in gaming. Like there's a lot of issues there, but it is a really good company, so probably be okay there. Futures are down again. Basically, China's digging in, keeping their posture strong and not relenting 1 inch or giving up an inch. So that's not great for the market, but I would say I do think this kind of gets overplayed. Like we know there's a trade dispute, and the futures are going to go up and down, and when they go up, it's like investors think that the trade war is over, and then when they go down, the trade wars are, it's an overall effect, but it's kind of priced in at this point. So I can't keep blaming the movement on the futures before the market opens every single time on the trade war. Like it's kind of getting to the point where it's known, it's priced in, it is what it is, and futures go up and down regardless, right? We took the big hit a week ago. We kind of jostled back and forth a little bit. Now it's settled in. It's there. It won't really affect the market until it's resolved, basically, or gets worse. But this, China digs in. They already did that, so no big deal there, really. Okay, and last but not least, Bruins Sweep their series. They have made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, the Eastern Conference champs, and they really did it in fine fashion. They swept, and it seems like every series for them just gets easier. So they're looking pretty good. Okay, that's your morning brief for Friday, May 17th. Let's find some gems.